right, Paul, welcome back.
Hey, all right, there we go.
Welcome to another edition of the Ultimate Hail Mary Show. I'm Drew Pearson, the original number 88, hanging with my man who was a little under the weather last time we got together because he had boys. We couldn't have him on when he talking like that. Sound like the Godfather.
I know that was terrible. I was still here. You know, I was like, I was hurting, I was sweating, I had no voice, but I'm like, I can do this.
But he showed up, and we
up.
appreciate that. And anyway, we got through the show, but now you're back.
Now I'm back.
And when you always come back, you always bring some great guests with you. And this is no different this time because we got one lined up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to let you tell us about her.
That's right.
Because, man, you're the one that brought her into the Ultimate Hail Mary Show for you.
That's right. That's Mandy Moore, and you know her as a singer, but she's also a great actress. She's on This Is Us, and she's been nominated for, I think, just about everything. A Golden Globe, a Grammy, all these things, SAG Award, and she's just so sweet and so cool, and always has been.
Yeah.
And people love her. And we're in an interesting time right now because of the strike, so she's not really able to talk about her TV and movie stuff, which is interesting.
Okay.
But she still agreed to do the interview, whereas pretty much every actor and actress has canceled their interviews right now because she loves her cats so much. She wants to talk about her cats because, why not?
Yeah, she's into cats. She's doing all these things to try to bring awareness to what they could bring to people's lives.
That's right.
Everybody thinks about dogs and that companionship.
You're not much of a... Are you a cat person?
No, I'm just not
I was going to say, I haven't seen one.
I'm not a pet guy. Okay? I like pet women. No, I'm just saying I'm not a pet guy, but...
I always say I'm the only animal in my house.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. I'll use that from now on. Because the kids always ask me about a dog. My grandsons have dogs and all that. But yeah, she's into this bringing awareness to what cats can bring to people's lives.
That's right.
That's pretty cool because I would think they're a little easier to maintain and stuff than dogs and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, well, she's got 3 of them that she rescued, which is really cool. And so she partnered with Pearson, which is who you want to partner with if you want to deal with anything with cats. And so it's pretty exciting. I'm just happy she didn't cancel.
She's here and we got her.
Yeah.
And we'll key that up.
Yeah.
And we'll do it right after we get back with the Ultimate Hail Mary Show. I'm Drew Pearson, this is Paul Salfen. We'll be right back with Mandy Moore.
Yes.
That's right after this. Hood hood.
All right. Well, we are so excited to have you on with us today because there's a lot to talk about here. But first of all, we know that you want to talk about rescuing cats. This is amazing. You've got a few of your own, right?
I do. We have 3 rescue cats at home: Peanut, Fig, and Olivia.
Love that. That's so cool. And you're helping out with that today, of course. You've got Pearson helping out with you, right?
Yeah, I've partnered with Cat Chow. I mean, being a cat lover was sort of a no-brainer to partner with Cat Chow. So if you can believe it, they're celebrating their 60th anniversary. So to mark this milestone, they're asking other fellow cat lovers and cat owners out there to share stories about how cats have positively impacted their lives. They're going to compile 60 of them into a book that pays tribute to the profound impact that cats have had on our lives. And all of the selected storytellers are going to receive a copy of the book, a year's supply of cat chow, and then one lucky storyteller will also get a $10,000 cash prize. So for those of us who love cats, who know the love of a cat, it's a real no-brainer, again, to want to be involved. And we're asking folks to visit catchow.com/60years to submit their story now through August 13th.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, cats have been underrated way too long.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, the thing is that you've been people have been looking up to you for years and years, and they love everything they do, from acting, music, and all the great stuff that you do. What kind of advice do you give to people that want to follow on your path?
Oh my gosh, be patient. recognize that life is going to throw challenges at you. There are going to sort of be ebbs and flows in life and your career and your perception of success. Like, just stick with it. Just be patient. I mean, in my own life and speaking to my own personal experience, there have been so many times where I'm like, I think this is a sign from the universe that maybe my day has come and it's time to pivot and focus on something else. And just hanging in there long enough has really shown me that, like, life can usher in an entirely new chapter that can change things in ways that you never could have imagined.
Yeah. Well, Drew is in the Hall of Fame for the NFL, one of our NFL greats. Caught the Hail Mary. And Drew, going to set the Hail Mary moment.
Yeah, the Hail Mary moment was a situation when we were the Dallas Cowboys. Our backs were to the wall. We needed the big play to win the game.
Wow.
And we are able to execute that play, and we call it a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And a Hail Mary moment is when your back is to the wall and looks like all is lost, but all of a sudden you find a way to overcome that situation.
Yeah.
Now, in acting and music, I'm sure you've had many Hail Mary situations. Can you think of one that might have turned it around for you?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just to elaborate a little bit more on what I was saying, just a period of, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I had been in this industry since I was 15 and making music and doing films and television, and it felt like I couldn't find that momentum anymore. It was as if like the machine had been turned off and I couldn't find the button to switch it back on, and nothing was sort of going right, and I would find myself just reaching dead end after dead end after dead end, and it was so disheartening. But also it gave me this sense of strength to recognize, like, okay, this has been an incredible run. I'm so grateful. Maybe this is my time to sort of figure out, do I want to go into journalism? Do I want to go back to school? Like, my brain and my heart were flooded with all of these different options. And I really just sort of stuck it out and said, no, this is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm passionate about. I really can't see myself doing anything else with my life. And, it just took sticking it out in that one moment to find the next project that then unlocked the door for me in a way that I never ever could have imagined. And it really just changed my life and made me realize that everything I had been living, and I was able to use all of that. I was able to use all of the disappointment and the grief. I realized I was able to use that in my job moving forward as well. It was like a real tool in my toolbox to have those other colors, if you will.
Yeah, it sounds like you use those challenges and adversity to step on to bigger and better things in your life,
I mean, it's hard to do. It's hard to lean in those moments, but then you're so incredibly grateful when you do, and you recognize, like, I have the ability to make that shift.
Well, you keep catching those Hail Marys, okay?
Yeah.
Sounds like you did a good job catching those things.
Yeah, of course. Well, and you got a new album and new single we got to talk about, too, because we're excited about that.
Yeah, new music and just, being a parent now. Like, life is definitely busy these days.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, and part of that is just having that success mindset, right? To be able to handle everything that you do, because you do it all so well.
You're very kind. I feel like some days my head's above water, and then other days I feel super overwhelmed. But I mean, that's everybody, right? We're all human. We're all just like doing our level best on any given day. So I try to sort of have grace for myself in that sense too.
I love that. Well, what else can we do to help the animals, help your cause, help everything that you're doing right now?
No, just asking people if they love cats and they have a story that they want to share to go to catchow.com/60 years. All of the proceeds of this book, when it comes out in early December, are going to benefit an incredible organization called Pet Partners that helps recognize and train pets and their pet owners to be animal therapy cats and whatnot. So it's a really, really incredible organization.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We really, really appreciate it. Congratulations on everything, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the time.
Of course.
Well, welcome back to the Ultimate Hail Mary. Drew, that was so cool. She's great, isn't she?
Oh my goodness, man! You bring those A-list actors and actresses to our show, and man, what a great attitude she has, and her
amazing attitude.
Love for cats and bringing awareness in that situation is, really remarkable.
Yeah. Well, there's you see the reason why now. She has 5.5 million followers on Instagram. She's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She's been, nominated for a Golden Globe, for a Primetime Emmy. Like, she's big time.
She is big time, and she was right here at the Ultimate Hail Mary
That's
podcast.
right.
And I wonder if it's music or movies.
Well, she started out with music, and she's back in music, but she's been doing great on TV lately. So in movies. And so, she's made people cry in A Walk to Remember. She was, Rapunzel and Tangled, so the kids love that. So she's done a little bit of everything.
And you know what it takes to do a movie.
Yeah.
Commitment you have to have. And she still raises 2 children
Yeah.
while doing that.
Yeah.
Man. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Multitasker, I would say she is. And
certainly is.
We're honored to have her as part of our show today on
Yeah.
Ultimate Hail Mary.
Well, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. In fact, I just did the interview for all the Netflix sports documentaries.
Oh, nice.
So the guys that produced and directed the Johnny Manziel story, the Jake Paul story, there's a whole line of them, and we're gonna have those coming up in the next few weeks as they come out on Netflix.
Dang, man, we got it all coming here.
We got it all coming.
That's right. And Paul, I was in Atlanta this past week.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Yes.
Doing a show with John Brinkus.
Oh,
John Brinkus is the, what was that again, Malcolm? Sports science guy.
Yes.
And, sports science.
Yes.
And I was there with Warren Moon, Marcus Allen, Tony Dorsett, Tim Brown. And what we did is we talked about some of our accomplishments.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do is add some scientific graphics to, the time it took me to get downfield to catch the Hail Mary and stuff like that. And it was pretty cool being there and doing those interviews. And I can't wait to see the end product because this guy brings it. Brinkus. And we had a great time. The studio is amazing.
Yeah.
You just stand on this big thing, stage in the middle, and they have these things, the cameras and stuff that go around, and oh man, it's just, you would have just had a field day there.
Oh, yeah.
The studio complex, studio complex has 22 different studio settings. So anyway, it's a big deal, and I enjoyed it, and good to be with all those guys. Marcus Allen, what a cool brother that is, man.
I was going to say, and you got to reunite with Tim Brown,
Tim
right?
Brown flew out with me and Dorsett out there, and he's cool, and he's from the Dallas area.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when we get together, Tim and I, he says, man, I used to watch you when I was a kid. You were my hero.
Oh,
I said,
no.
come on, Tim.
Oh,
Lighten
no.
up with that. But anyway, it's all cool. But that's the impact you had back in the day. So anyway, I went out there and did that, got back safely from that. John Brinkus, just a great guy. But the Cowboys, man, football's finally starting, man.
That's right.
Withdrawals. Oh, man.
Bring us in.
Come on, man, because we had a little bridge with the summer league basketball, the NBA summer league. But when you watch those games, the announcers, the people that are calling the game, they never talk about the game.
Right.
They do interviews the whole game and all that. I don't want an interview show. I want to watch the game and who's doing what.
That's right.
But anyway, that helped bridge the gap.
Yeah.
But now football is about to start. The Cowboys are going to Oxnard this week. And, back in the day, Paul, we used to go to Thousand Oaks, which is south of Oxnard, but they go up to Oxnard now. And this is the 17th time they've been going. So I think in the 44th year that the Cowboys have held camp in the state of California.
Well, it certainly is
I wonder if we're paying taxes out there, the Cowboys. Gee.
Only Jerry knows.
What were you going to say?
Well, the thing is, it is maybe about 20 degrees, maybe 30 degrees cooler out there right now, so I don't blame them.
Yeah,
Can you imagine,
that's
can you imagine playing outside? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be 108 here.
Yeah.
Okay. But, that's why we went to California. Now, we complained because we didn't want to leave our luxury homes and our vehicles, our families, living in dorms in this atmosphere of 2 days. but it was more conducive for what we were trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
The team coming together, getting prepared for the upcoming season. The 11 years I went to the Thousand Oaks as a player and 1 year as a coach, we never had a practice canceled because of the weather.
That's right.
Never had it canceled because it was too hot or too cold or rain or anything. And that's one reason why we went out there, because we got the working.
Yep.
And that was the reason we went out there. These guys go out there now, they practice now with their hats on backwards, they run around. They come off the field after practice, they run to the sideline and hug their families. Yeah. They got the kids running around and
hanging out with the fans.
You know, I was married at the time, and I said, man, I didn't want to see my wife. You know, we were so tired. All you want to do is get to the dorm and fall out after practice and get up in time to go to the dinner, then a meeting, and then get up that next morning and go to practice again. So it's a grueling experience, but I guess it's a little different now. But they're out in Oxnard, so that means the season's starting pretty soon. They open up their preseason on August 12th.
Yes.
Against Jacksonville, right here in Dallas.
Good.
So it's not that far away.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of August, I'll be going up on August 4th up for the class of 2023 Hall of Fame induction class.
Good.
And we got 2 Cowboys going in for that.
Oh, yeah. Who do we got going in?
DeMarcus Ware.
Yep.
And finally, Chuck Howley.
Oh, good.
Chuck Howley, the only guy that won a Super Bowl MVP on a losing team. But that's just one thing that defines his career. He was just a tremendous player for the Cowboys. He's one of the guys that early pioneers of Coach Landry's doomsday defense.
Yeah.
Doomsday defense success was predicated on linebacker play. And Chuck Howley was one of those linebackers that led the way, along with Leroy Jordan, D.D. Lewis, Dave Edwards, guys like that.
Good.
So Chuck Howley's finally getting his due. All right?
Ah, that's
all right.
amazing.
So let's wrap this up, Paul.
That's right.
Another great show. Mandy Moore, thank you so much for
right.
taking the time. She got all dressed up for us. We should have put a tie on.
I know.
Next time we got to get a little, get the memo and get cool for her. But we got to get her back on the show because we want to keep up with her and her efforts with the cats and all that kind of stuff.
And when she's able to talk about her TV and movie stuff after we get past the strike, then we're going to do that as well.
We'll do that as well.
Yeah.
Paul, you're the man. Keep bringing them to the show.
That's right. Well, you know, we're happy to be here, to be healthy, and I got to give a quick shout out to Formula Wellness for making me feel better. They got me on an IV. They got me injected with some stuff, and I'm feeling good.
And you're looking good. You're looking better than you have in a long time, brother. So that stuff is working. Tell them to call me, all right? I need some of that, all right? I'm serious.
Yeah.
All right? I need some wellness. Shoot me up. Something, man.
You know what? We should go in there, or maybe we'll have Dr. Rudman call and give us some tips because he's helping me out. I'm trying
maybe we can get him on the show and tell him find out what it's all about.
That's right.
And not only get you healthy, get some of our viewers healthy and me healthy as well.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it because we got to get ready for the overhaul. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. We just beginning. All right, let's wrap it up, Paul.
All right, sounds good.
All right, the crew, I see you.
There.
There. Come on, get on camera. Get on camera. Come on.
There.
Get on camera. Hurry up before we got to close the show.
We got Malcolm over here.
Come on, Malcolm.
We got Phazz.
That's Phazz. All right. Introduce yourself.
Big Malcolm here. Phazz the Nation.
Static in the house. This is the crew that puts it together week in and week out for you with the Ultimate Hail Mary podcast. All right? We'll see you next week. All right? Hang in there and don't take no wooden nickels.